4 shootings, 3 deaths, and 0 arrests. This is the situation Rochester police and neighbors are now grappling with.
The past week has seen an uptick in violence in the city. Today, police identified the man shot to death on Lyle Avenue yesterday as 22-year-old Anthony Lawson. Police have already increased patrols in some neighborhoods, but community members, including a mother who lost her son in the Genesee Street mass shooting a couple of years ago, are calling for legislative action. Selena Lewis has more.
Maureen, well, Lentori Johnson says not enough has changed since that shooting. Neither her grief nor gun laws that she says she believes could have prevented his death. This quilt, decorated with the faces of young boys and men, shares one common and tragic thread.
When you look at this quilt and you see a 13-year-old boy there, who only knows what he might have been able to contribute back to the world.
Lentori Johnson became the member of a club she never intended on joining.
As I've come through the association of what has happened to meet many of these family members and the mothers, it is heartbreaking because there's nothing that you can say, nothing that anybody can say that's going to make it different.
Her son was murdered in the mass shooting outside the Boys and Girls Club back in 2015. Her son, Johnny Johnson, killed along with 2 others. The gun used in her son's murder, a stolen AK-47.
This is not natural. This is not a natural process we're going through. No parent ever plans that they will bury a child through these kind of conditions. We always feel that our children will bury us one day.
But that's not the case for her or the other dozens of mothers and other family members who gathered today to once again muster enough strength through their grief to call for action, namely common sense gun storage laws that she believes could have prevented her son's death. Johnson says all she wants is for this quilt to not grow any larger. Johnson says that she wants to see some real legislative change, namely the Safe Storage Act. It was never formally introduced to the Monroe County Legislature, but it was drafted back in 2016. The Democratic legislature says that they were fearful to introduce this legislation because they thought Republican leadership would shoot it down and then it wouldn't be able to come back up for a vote or be reintroduced until 2020. Adam?
Selena, thanks. We did reach out to the county executive's office about the Safe Storage Act, but they said since it was never introduced, they could not comment.